Maybe I don't go with that opening. Hi, people. What's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grego Games Invitational's monthly series. It's the end of May. It's awesome. My name is Mick. I am your host for today. We are watching Team Unified Standard. I don't know which team versus don't know which team, but I know it's Guo Wei versus Chu Heng. And Chu Heng, of course, he is playing a black-green snake as always. The powerhouse starts off with a glint sleeve siphoner and looks like Huawei is playing blue-white. Blue-white what? Oh, this is going to be quite an interesting turn. Alright, impulse for creature / land, and he does find a land. Gonna swing in for 2, and I think Huawei here is just gonna surprise him with a Mofolk Trickster. Going to give it lose all its abilities and just block. So second glint sleeve siphoner and just passes the turn. Chooses not to go with the snake and would like to draw extra cards. Go away here, lays land and passes the turn. So I'm not quite sure. Well, looks like Chu Heng has the advantage here. But Guowei here gonna be able to make his land drops, use his essence scatters in a timely manner. Beats in again for 2 points of damage. And Servant of the Conduit. Does Guowei believe that Chu Heng does not have any more lands in hand? That's gonna meet a Wizard's Retort. And Chu Heng just passes the turn. Yeah, okay, so Chu Heng does not have any extra lands in hand. That would have been a very, very useful. Gonna draw another card here, going down to 18. Hopefully draws another land. That's what he wants to see. Unfortunately, it doesn't, and swings in with the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Probably gonna cast another Glint Sleeve Siphoner so that he can draw additional cards each turn. Is that gonna get counted? No, and it just passes the turn. Okay, end of turn. Glimmer of Genius. And if those two are spells, I think you keep the spells, right? Okay, so I think Gideon stays on top and the other land goes below. Yep. Gideon stays on top, looks like. And draws it. History of Benalia as well. And that's a pretty good card to keep. You can't have Gideon and History at the same time. But I think History of Benalia first. Okay, so he could go like Gideon and then negate one of the Glint Sleeve Siphoners, but I think History of Benalia would be better so that next turn you can have 2 guys, and that basically stops Chu Heng from attacking. So here we go. Gideon, okay, so he chooses the other option. Gideon, I'm just going to negate one of your guys and pass the turn and probably cycle his land at end step. Chu Heng here taking another point of damage. Finally finds that last land. He's going to play Snake first. Snake followed by Snake. Oh, that's going to be really powerful. Snake. Does he want to cast the other Snake right now? No, chooses not to. Gonna get 4 points. 4 energy tokens. And then the Walking Ballista to finish up the job, looks like. It just passes the turn. Okay, so it chooses not to. And finally finds the seal away. Would have been useful last turn. History of Benalia, maybe. History of Benalia, seal away. Okay, seal away right now gets rid of one of the... of the Gleensleeve Siphoners. Takes up, I think, should be okay on the Gleensleeve Siphoner. It just passes the turn, so he's probably gonna go for a oh, Vraska's Contempt is a very nice card to have. And thinking about using the not the Walking Ballista. Trying to play around any counter spells, of course. Walking Ballista for 1 actually gets 2 counters. And this is where Galway might want to cycle instead of casting that Glimmer of Genius, but does let that resolve. Swing in at Gideon and trying to play around settle the wreckage there. Glimmer of Genius hopefully finds a Fumigate. That will be very, very helpful in this situation. Scries the 2. Can't really see what those 2 cards are, but man, is he deciding. And both go to the bottom. Maybe once a Gideon. Land Teferi is not good enough. He'll need... wow. He'll really need something good. He needed a Settle the Wreckage or a Fumigate, but looks like he's going to cast the Teferi. Try to draw a little bit more. Oh, doesn't have a blue source, and then untaps such that he does have a blue source. But Teferi more than certainly is going to go down to this Vraska's Contempt. Yep. It just beats him with a snake. Okay, that's interesting. He did see a Merfolk Trickster early on, and Huawei here has drawn a whole load of cards. So, it stands to reason that Huawei does have something like a Merfolk Trickster up his sleeves. Does he want to cast a Merfolk Trickster right now? Just to be mana efficient, and he does. Tap down your snake. Yeah, go away here. Just a whole bunch of lands. I think this is where seating is very important. Like, what do you think? Who's going to be seated? Where? And you can imagine that one of the, it's a well, A and C is like 50% chance, but if no dip lands goes away. Hmm. Alright, History of Banalia finally makes an appearance. And still has a Morphle Trickster up his sleeve. Sleeve. Gets a knight. I'm just gonna pass that turn. I think he should lay the other land so that he can draw cards next turn. But yeah, this is a little bit precarious because Huawei here just has just such an immense board right now. Sorry, Chu Hing has just such an immense board. This is trouble. 3 counters each is no joke, and he knows that Huawei just doesn't have anything on him. Mm. Trigger wants to draw even more cards. 3 energy and a... How big is that? 3, 4? Sorry, that's a 5. Alright, he wants to make that lose. Okay, but gets in that 5 points of damage. Or 4 points. 5, right? Did he not put in the correct number of... Oh, I think Chu Hing there just made a little bit of a boo-boo. They should each have 3 counters. That's odd. Another Vidurous Gearhawk here would just, seal it. Takes 4 points, goes down to 6. Second Verdurous Gearhawk. And puts all the counters onto Walking Ballista. And that's it. And we are going to game 2. So Chu Hing that takes it. Huawei just didn't see enough action, unfortunately. Chu Hing's board can be quite menacing. This green-black snake deck, very, very, very good. I like it a lot. Very powerful deck, just can just overwhelm. It has like very small pieces, but you let the small pieces like pile up, and if left unanswered, it just becomes this overwhelming force. So yeah. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Invitationals, the GOGI Games Invitationals monthly series. The winners of today, and this is Team Unified Standard, so the winners of today will get a spot in the seasonal qualifiers and will also earn themselves a bye, which is, well, in a 5-round tournament or a 6-round tournament, a bye can mean, the whether you make it into the top 8 or not, and it's very, very useful. It's if you come in with a bye for a 5-round tournament, then that's you only need to win like 2 games to make sure that you are in the top 8, and that means you get a lot of rest. So the first round you don't play, you don't have to play. The second round, third round you play, and if that's the case, and if you win both, you get to rest for the next 2 rounds. 2 hours break before the final confrontation in the top 8. That can be quite useful. Huawei here looks like he's taking out all his 2/2 stuff. This is like a mid-range deck. This is not a full-on control deck, and yet Huawei just couldn't find the pieces to piece it together. He's probably going to turn it into a full-on control deck right now, from the looks of it. Yeah, taking out all the history of Benalias and taking out all the Merfolk Tricksters. Putting in more Essence Scatters and Negates as well. And forsake the worldly to get rid of the Gearhawks. Very nice, very interesting. Also, forces the Walking Ballista to go off. Right. All right, so there's one more round left before the semi-finals and the finals. And so for team events, you only have two top. You have top 4 instead of a top 8. It depends on the turnout as well. But yeah, generally it's top 4 because there's a lot of players in the top 8. Right. If you have a top 8, then that's 24 players. That's huge. If you have a top 4, it's only 12 players. That's more than top 8 placings. Hmm. Yeah. I think Huawei is just going to have a pretty hard time against Chu Hing's deck. Like Chu Hing's, I think Chu Hing's deck still favored in all of this. It's fast, it's brutal, it's efficient. Glint Sleeve Siphoners, nothing to sneeze at. They're really good cards. So yeah, let's see how this turns out. All right. There we go. Life Crafters B series. So Chu Hing has just gone full on control. I think he might think that Huawei's deck is a control deck, which really it isn't. Chu Hing has another duress. He does take the negate. And now just gonna pass the turn, wait until Huawei just gets up to task. Wow, and Life Crafters Bestiary on turn 3. I think that's gonna get answered. That better get answered by Forsake the Worldly. Chu Hing here might want to try to bait it out. Try to push the snake. Oh, he doesn't have to bait it out, right? Because Huawei here only has 1 mana available. And here comes the Teferi. And I think you tuck. Although that is questionable. Do you want to draw the card? There we go. Teferi. And his decision is to draw a card. Because it's not going to die, I guess, so that he can cast... Oh, I'm surprised he didn't leave like double blue up. Just to fake a Merfolk Trickster. Duress coming down to take away the Essence Scatter, leaving 2 Torrential Gearhawks and the ability to cast 2 Torrential Gearhawks. And Chu Hing here can decide to get rid of the Teferi. So yeah, deals 5, deal 1 more. Brontodon and pass the turn. Now that Brontodon can get rid of the Torrential Gearhawk. Just like how Forsake the Worldly is specifically for the Verdurous Gearhawk. Let's see. Maybe he wants to look for a counter spell. Oh, he lets it resolve. Okay. He just passes the turn. Sorry, he just passes the turn. Doesn't cast anything. My bad. Not that he let anything resolve or whatever. Yeah, beat you with everything. Do you have Settle the Wreckage? And no, nothing. Okay. So Chewing there, free to beat in and just passes the turn. He knows it, he just keeps growing that walking ballista 2x2 each turn. Like he is in a 2-turn clock right now, and doesn't have to worry about the Torrential Gearhawk too much. Alright, Torrential Gearhawk here. Gonna try to get rid of the walking ballista. Ballista goes up to 3. I'm gonna ping you for 3. And chooses not to attack. I think it's fine. You let go of the Glimmer of Genius because that's going to the graveyard anyway. Your Torrential Gearhawk. Oh, wow. He chooses to cast the Glimmer of Genius. Okay. So oh man, I think he could have let the Glimmer of Genius go. Like, let the Glimmer of Genius go, then you cast the Gearhawk at end step, flashback that Glimmer of Genius. It just passes the turn, so the Brontodon going to get rid of that Torrential Gearhawk soon. Just draw, go, that's it. Chupacabra. I want to get rid of your guy. Is that going to be met with a Torrential Gearhawk? I don't think that should resolve. I don't believe that should be resolving. Torrential Gearhawk here will step in the way. Essence Scatter. That will slow Chuhing down quite a bit, and maybe it's enough. No, okay. Alright, second Gearhawk. Gonna Glimmer of Genius. And so that's why I'm curious. Like, you could have just let both cards go in. Unless you really like, you value the Glimmer of Genius that much that you have to play it twice. Which I don't think it's that great. Teammates are allowed to. You're allowed to confer with your teammates. And Huawei here getting a little bit more advice from his teammates. Alright, blows up if Nadate lands first. Maybe try to trick Chu Heng into attacking with everyone. Interesting. Chu Heng here. Chupacabra resolves. Does it? Does it not? Come on. Oh, Chupacabra resolves but doesn't kill the... Yep. Up to 4. Slowly, just pass the turn. So here every land, additional land would be really, really great. And Chu Heng is just waiting for that. Looks like Huawei gonna draw more cards. Can he get back into this game? Oh, a commit there. Gonna be very useful. Alright. Commit. Trying to push the Walking Ballista back into the deck. Second from the top. Shoot you for 3. And then allow the Ballista to go up on top. Okay. Yep, slowly but steadily. Okay, Seal Away deals with the Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, which is not a problem. He can sacrifice the Brontodon to get rid of that Seal Away. And that's 2 points of damage, which means that Chu Heng will be drawing unless Huawei here is able to memory. Oh, a Vraska. That's going to be met with a Syncopate. Alright. But yeah, if Huawei just doesn't find the ability to shuffle the deck, Chu Heng here is going to draw that Walking Ballista. And even if he shuffles the deck, so here's the danger, even if he shuffles the deck, maybe Chu Heng still draws a Walking Ballista. Both players draw 7 cards. So he's got to be careful about that. They all shuffle everything that's in their graveyards into their library. Hmm. Okay, and 7 cards here. Guowei still has 4 mana open, which means that he can still do things. He's not just dead. He's got Essence Scatters. He's got I don't know. Okay, so Seal Away does get rid of the another Seal Away does get rid of the Duress. Can I get rid of something from your hand? I think the Essence Scatter goes. And then I think the play here is Brontodon. Vraska's Contempt here. Swings in, Blossoming Defense, probably. Swing in. Oh, doesn't do that Blossoming Defense action. Instead, has a Jade Light Ranger, draws that card, draws those 2 cards. Okay, so he's not drawing 2 lands for the next turn. But Huawei here in a little bit of trouble. He's got Gideon. He can 0 the Gideon, emblem the Gideon. And that will force Chu Heng to attack. That's a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards. Is that Supreme Will? Yeah, okay, so Supreme Will. Trying to find this Fumigate. So I think the obvious answer, well, the most straightforward answer is cast the Gideon and then emblem the Gideon. Alright, important decisions being made. Huawei here on 2 life, dead to a walking ballista, dead to many, many things. So, alright, so Gideon here, emblem the Gideon. That's gonna force the attack. Does he still have Saddle Wreckage in hand? So he's dead to a walking ballista. I think if you're Chu Heng, you cast the walking ballista first. Alright, so he's gonna try to Vraska's Contempt first. And walking ballista second. Alright, so that gets counted. There's only 2 mana left. Walking Ballista for 1. Try not to get caught by a Mana Leak. You want a Gideon? And there's a handshake. After a long, grindy match, Chu Heng here comes out on top. 2 games to 0. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty decent. Alright. We are going to take a break. I'll put on a replay in the meantime. Remember, you can join us on the stream regularly on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Singapore time. If you can find replays of all the videos that we do, all the streams that we do on youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. Last but not least, do check out our website if you want to find out more information about the invitationals, GreyOgreGames.com. If you like what you like and what you see and hear, do follow us on youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames, on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram, all the social media stuff, and do share and subscribe. Alright, we are gonna take a break. We'll be back soon. See you guys.